Do we want to turn the lights back on?
Yeah, sure. If everybody's done,
Yeah.
All right.
I figured but I had fun doing it. I hope y'all did.
Oh, yeah.
All right, here go the lights.
And they make spectroscopes that screw in. Matter of fact, Uncle Rod, that's what he's been playing with. He got one for his scope, 1.25 inch. It goes in 1.25 inch eyepiece.
Right.
And then he puts his camera behind it. And he's
Yeah.
got some software that can analyze it.
We've got a couple of those, and I haven't been really, well, it's hard. I mean, you gotta have, we're using like, on an 8-inch scope, you need a really bright star to be able to see it, unless it's like real steady seeing, and you got a good eye. It's like seeing detail on Mars, you know, you just gotta
Yeah.
train your eye. Actually, I used to try them a lot, and the students just couldn't, like,
A lot
even
of
with
sitting
Vega,
staring.
they couldn't really see the pattern. You just couldn't see the,
I guess
The
it's where
dark
the camera
one.
comes in.
yeah, the camera would come in handy to do that, that'd be good. What is it? It's, I forget the guy's name, it's like Star Spectra or Rainbow Spectra. They used to advertise in the back of the Sky and Telescope, I guess they still do.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
It's fairly reasonable, I mean, you know, as astronomy equipment goes, they're like, you know, $100 or something like that. Or it look kind of like these those things, they lose basically an eyepiece filter that screws on. That's pretty cool.
Of course, this sort of spectrometry is useful for many different
Yeah.
aspects. Identification of elements, magnetic field due to the
Right, you split the lines of
Zeeman
effect.
Zeeman effect, relative velocity,
Right. Keep the
Um,
shit going.
and in fact, with regard to relative velocity,
There.
distance
There's
implied by relative velocity, but
Hubble
only
law.
if it's far enough away.
Right. Hubble shift going.
The Hubble shift has to be far enough away that the proper motion can be ignored. And that
And
means,
that this stretch of space comes into play too, so it
Well,
doesn't really
yeah.
start showing up till,
yeah, well, that really confuses matters. In fact,
yeah.
I'm not sure what the Z number means. If there's a Z number of 2, does that mean that the speed of light, that the wavelength appears to have been changed by a factor of 2?
Yeah.
And since
Well, no,
it's
well-
receding, it would be 1/2.
Well, actually, that's, okay, I'm going off of memory here, and it's a long memory, so don't quote me on this.
Okay.
I think the Z is added, so you take the wavelength that you're, because the wavelength, it shifts a longer wavelength, right? I think what it is it's a multiplier that's 1 plus the Z number. So if Z is 0, that's the same wavelength, right? So a Z of 0.1 would be 1.1 times there, 10% more.
Mhm.
So a Z of 1 would be double,
Mhm.
and a Z of 2 would be triple the wavelength. I think that's right, but like I said, it's been a long time since
But anyway,
I did a redshift.
That would
That's
mean
big,
that
that's a boatload of
you
shit.
go to 0.1, for example, and you're talking about 1 part in 10 to the 7th. And, well, let's say,
Yeah.
you're talking
10
about,
to the
relative-
7th out of 10 to the 8th.
yeah,
Yeah.
talking about a relative speed of, like, 10 million meters per second, and yet we can measure down to a few meters per second. So there are terrific extremes in the usefulness of that.
Yeah, and I think, I'm pretty sure, I don't know exactly how to do this, but I think a lot of the measurements that they do, they're relative measurements. So you're not having to measure, you know, 3.0000002 meters per second.
Comparing.
You got a 3.0000 that you're comparing to a 3.30002, and so you can basically subtract and see the difference. So that makes it makes it doable. Or if you just have to go out and measure it directly to that precision, a world of hurt.
Is everybody familiar with Zeeman effect? Magnetic field splits due to change in the allowable energy levels for the transitions.
Right, yeah, basically the electrons are like little compasses, so if you're in a magnetic field, then one of them will be lined up and it'll be, I'm fat and sassy, and the other will be turned the wrong way and want to get around. So it's got the extra energy it would take to turn it around, basically, is what I'm thinking of. So the energy and the color that comes out is just a little bit different. So they split when you're in a magnetic field. So instead of seeing one line like we saw for like one nice bright pink line for hydrogen, if you're in a magnetic field, it'll spread out into two, or some of them will be 3 or 4, depending on the particulars of the atom, from what I understand. Mr. Zeeman figured that out. He wasn't from around here.
I guess we'll just go over last meeting. We had, of course, we had Jack, me, Secretary Joel, Jim, and Carlton were here. We went ahead and finally got that personal project.
Jim McCullough, as opposed to Jim Tompkins.
Yeah. Finally got that Herschel project, Uncle Rod's Herschel project video out of the way. We talked to, got out some flyers and talked about, is that the scope flyers? Was that what that was?
The Fall Creek Fall Flyers and some of the stall parties.
And we talked about, just talk about Fall Creek Falls. That was pretty good.
You show pictures and stuff like that.
Also talked about Cummings Falls. I still hadn't heard back from them. I would like to, they're wanting to start an astronomy project out there, or a thing out there. And it's a beautiful place. I hate to see, they may have people in their area, which is fine with me. It's just absolutely, I wish, if you ever get a chance, it's just outside of Cookville. And they've got, it's like 60 acres of open sky. I mean, the trees are all there on the edge of the property.
It's in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
You must have a picture
It's
on
about
your
5 miles
laptop.
or 10 miles from the crater at Kingsborough too, so you can't really tell it's a crater.
Where's the details of crater? Well, we discussed
Clean Creek.
Boxwell was coming up, and that's and still working on getting the baking done.
I can go whenever you can, man.
Yeah, just free time now.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be a pain in the butt because they're gonna want you to come too, because they want to do all that over again.
Again?
Yeah, they lost everything. Because the
Yeah.
lady who was handling it quit, and she put me in the file. That's all she did. She put my name in the file. They didn't have any information about me other than my name.
All the stuff that we sent in, they lost it all.
And I don't have to go get my name off, right?
Yeah,
Put it in your card and I'm not on the card.
Let's
So that's
see.
when she was trying to get me on there, she was calling me all the time. Well, figures that she had been calling me all the time.
And, last meeting, Carlton brought in a picture of himself shaking the NASA robot, Jim and NASA robot. He's shaking the robot's hand. His daughter's working the project to build the legs for it.
Artificial star?
Yeah, it's one of the LED flashlights with a metal cover over it. There's just teeny tiny little holes in it.
Right.
That it mimics a star, pinpoint light, and he brought that up, pretty cool. Of course, weather ruined our.
Club party.
Yeah.
Club party.
Of course, I feel bad about the club party because later on in the night it cleared up.
It'll be clear this one, because I can't come. It'll be clear Saturday.
Well, Saturday.
Saturday after?
Yeah, 28th. This
Oh, yeah, Saturday after. Sorry. It'll be clear that night.
And on Wednesday, we went to the Boy Scouts, went 6/11. Went that
Last
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Last Wednesday, we went there. I did telescopes. Dr. Ferris did phases of the moon and showed how to throw a curveball. Jack did planets and current events. We watched, we looked at the planets and the moon. There was a real nice night. And then basically, the last one was repeated the first one, except we had Lloyd come in and he had some Star Wheel, his favorite things. It was nice to have him. He's still busy moving people around, so. But it was nice to have him while we could have him. Let's see. Of course, we got to see